What's up? Good evening, good morning, whatever. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to Helping Humanity Evolve. Y'all, my name is Jose. How's everybody doing tonight, man? I hope everybody's happy and healthy. Hope you guys meditating and connecting with Source, bro. You know, we love you, we miss you. We want you to come home, man. Quick shout out, man. Shout out to my subscribers. I love y'all, man. Shout out to Source. I love you guys. You hear me? Shout out to my ancestors. Shout out to my archangels, my angel gods, my demon gods, and my spirit gods. I love y'all, bro. Shout out to the universe. Shout out to the Galactic Federation. Shout out to Trippy, everything. I fucking love y'all, bro. Mhm. So look, what's up, man? It's Monday. It's Monday, May 26th, 2025. It's 11:48 p.m. Right? I'm early. I'm early today, bro. Right. So I did release a video that, I wasn't supposed to release it today, but I did because I liked it. I like that shit, right? I was like, fuck it, bro. I'm gonna shoot a video. I'm gonna put this shit out right now, bro. And I did, bro. I don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? I got much, much more coming. I don't care, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, I'm gonna play it for you. For those of you who haven't saw the video, if you haven't got a chance to watch it, I'm gonna play the song for you. I got two songs to play. This is the first one. It's called Lyrical Street. Bro, that shit is crazy, bro. Go do it. Do it. All right, y'all. Lyrical Street take two. We out here, bye. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Y'all ways in the building. We got Source in the building. We got the universe in the building. We got your parents in the building. We love y'all, right? Bob in the same. Y'all already know what it is, bro. We about to spit that shit, bro. It's only a verse, though. Come and see us moving to the bed and eat. Come and take a look at what it's like to be. Divine in the flesh, I'm on the lyrical street. Yo, come on, we ain't trying to say that we lost the seed. They're trying to send the commerce, y'all. Come on, we ain't really trying to affect us. Evil disease, I can't say I agree. But this was my soul goes to sit with a tree. Meditate, so it's something like divinity free. This is guaranteed, so I'm shooting my dream. It's universally known, I'm over here in the D. My bloodline, Cherokee, they don't want it with me. They're about to beat the 14. They're trying to seize my land. I got the master key. This is truly my face, I am the transferee. Go and sit outside, it's a vitamin D. And no sexuality is my creation D. This is food for the souls, I'm a pump in the G. I'm a genius in the looking man, virgin free. So don't try to make me like I'm brand new. I'm the new idiot. They really try to label me Boucher. You did it. That's one of them. That's one of them, Rob. Right. And I don't care if you heard it already, nigga. I like it, right? So I was supposed to play that before I released it. So that's the first one. The second one is called Freedom of Bus. Let's go. We're gonna try. We're just gonna go. Okay, bro. Freedom of Bus. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Y'all ways in the building, bro. You got Source in the building. We got the universe in the building. We got the universe in the building. We love y'all. Welcome, Robert's mind. Y'all ready? Yeah, everybody. Come up with something like UFO with us, y'all. This is Freedom of Bus. This is Freedom of Bus. Let's go. I keep trying to tell you, man, we got a godly G. This shit is pristine. It's way more than gold. This is energy. This is what it means to be alive. Seeing the G. Come and shake with me, so we can rise into history. It's the way it should be. This is what I'm gonna be in y'all get to see. I really wanna be free. I really wanna be me. I really wanna truly experience divinity. The God resides in me, and he was sleeping, but they broke the bed. Think about the way, babe. Yo, you should have been eating. Your focus on yourself, man. You should have been taking your life, keep up to yourself. It's been the game. You really want to break through a sunshine of the game. So do what you can to do. And stop the game. They really try to trick your mind, but our shit they take aim. They try to leave us in the ditch. I'm supposed to say game, but we ain't born sunbird. Though we started the game. We tell the lead, no, y'all. We never stray game. Evolution is here, y'all. We always get changed. The reality is better, man. We never trick game. On the whole sun, second life, that's what we mean. With the emotions of life, y'all, instead of slinging. So come on, man, come on, y'all, hear me singing. This is divine in the flesh, y'all, we always believe. This is divine in the flesh, we always believe. How can you go with us, y'all? We zip it through the road, this is freedom of us, let's go. How you go with us, y'all? We zip it through this road, this is freedom of us, let's go.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I love you, bro. That was dope, bro. Right. So you could say I wrote within the last 2 weeks, nigga. I wrote a whole album already, bro. Right? I already gave y'all niggas a whole album, bro. Probably more, bro. Probably more than that. I'm about to drop another mixtape. Bro. You know how much material I got, bro. Right, I might have to, bro. Just so y'all can keep up, man. Just so y'all can keep up with evolution of elevation, bro. Big J rolling, bro. Six hours ago. 10 hours ago. All right, we're gonna talk about this one. These niggas, man, y'all niggas think I work a lot, bro. These niggas work a lot too, bro. Right? These niggas put out like 3 messages a day, bro. So, real quick, man. Today's message is brought to you by GFL. Right? It's channeled by Dave Akira. So shout out to Dave Akira. Thank you, bro. We appreciate the channel, bro. It's gonna be narrated by Sonny, right? In your case, it's gonna be narrated by Yahweh, by me, bro. So the question was, can you give us an update on major disclosures for 2025? And the description is UAPs, med beds, and advanced travel. And this is brought to you by Ashtar Command. All right, so whatever. We're gonna get into this message in a few. Right, we're not gonna rush into it, bro. If you here, hit the like button, please. We really appreciate your help, man. Thank you. Right. What's up? Instagram? How y'all doing today, bro? Right. So listen, man. I'm fucking beautiful. I'm happy, bro. Listen to me. I'm happy, bro. I got a lot of. I got so many things going on, bro. You know, y'all clueless as to what I'm doing, bro. But you could see the music, right? I bring you a lot of music, and I'm doing that purposely because I have talent, and I'm gonna show you my talent, bro. You're gonna listen to it whether you like it or not, right? Because I'm about to be worldwide, bro. There's nothing y'all could do, bro. So if you haven't passed away yet and it's gonna kill you to watch me shine, I suggest you hurry up and do so. You understand because you running out of time, bro. I'm coming fast, bro. I'm telling you, I'm coming fast, bro. There's nothing you could do. Listen to me. There's nothing you could do, bro. There's nothing y'all could do, bro. Nobody, bro. Nobody, bro. There's nothing you can do, bro. Understand that. Right? So with that said, bro, if it's gonna kill you to watch me fucking fly, I highly suggest you hurry up and pass away, bro. It's your time to go. It's your time to leave. Because it's my time to come, bro. I'm coming, bro. You understand? To the people who keep up with me and who watch me and shit, thank you, bro. I love y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? I fucking love y'all, bro. We're gonna rise together, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go into the 5D, bro. Right. So that's the topic I wanted to touch on today, right? you know, when you guys realize who I am, when you guys learn who I am, and you realize who I am, and you realize how bad you fucked up, right? And you try to come say sorry. I want you to really think about that before you approach me, bro. Really think about what you did to me before you approach me, bro. Listen to me, bro. This is important information for everybody who knows me, bro. You understand? Because I'm about to come up big, bro. Big, bro. Like you never seen, bro. You understand me? The whole world is gonna know me, bro. You understand me? But when you realize who I am, when you come to your realization of who I am and what you did to me, you better really think about that. You better really think about that, bro. Seriously, bro. Everybody who ever hurt me, bro. Everybody who ever did anything wrong to me. I'm not looking for revenge, bro. Listen to me. We're not allowed to do that, bro. I'm not allowed to seek revenge, bro. I'm not allowed to harbor those feelings. You understand? This is why I'm expressing them. This is why I'm speaking them. Because I'm not allowed to harbor them, bro. So, I could speak them with love. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be mad. I could speak them with love and I could still get my message across, bro. So with that said, when shit hits the fan and you realize you fucked up, right? Look, all I'm gonna say is I highly suggest you get into meditation. Look, you really gotta get into meditation. That's very important, bro. Right? That's what I'm gonna tell you, bro. This is for everybody who ever hurt me, bro. Y'all better get into meditation, bro. That's what I'm gonna tell you, bro. You understand? I don't want to hear your sorries, bro. I don't want to hear none of that shit, bro. I want you to learn how to meditate, bro. That's what I want you to do, bro. I love you, bro. God loves you, bro. You understand me? Stay away from me, bro. Right? But we love you, bro. You understand? We gonna love y'all from a distance, bro. You understand? Certain places ain't gonna get no blessings, and that's not my fault. That's your fault. You understand? So with that said, there are gonna be zones. So it's gonna be like y'all saw in the movies how you got these zones, you got these barriers put up, and you can't go through these barriers unless you go through security. Shit like that. We're gonna implement that bitch in there, bro. Right? Because we're gonna keep y'all niggas separate. Then y'all niggas who don't want to go out, y'all niggas who you want to keep being stupid, right? We're gonna keep y'all niggas in New York, and we're gonna leave y'all in New York. We're gonna barricade that bitch and leave y'all over there. Fuck y'all niggas, bro. Right? We're gonna let out the good people. We're not gonna trap everybody. I know sometimes the universe get mad at me for shit I be saying, bro. Right? And. they don't like that. I talk shit. Sometimes they don't mind. Like God don't give a fuck. Listen to me, God want me to talk shit, bro. God want me to come out here and put y'all niggas on blast. You understand? God want me to come out here like this, bro. God want me to come out here like this, bro. What, nigga? Ain't nobody saying nothing to me, bro. You understand? That's how God want me to do it, bro. But we can't do that, right? Because God don't give a fuck. God really don't give a fuck, bro. You understand? you know, there's two sides of God. There's two sides, bro. You have the loving side and you got the aggressive side. So, a lot of times I'm dealing with this nigga that wanna shine, he wanna talk his shit, he wanna bust out and fuck everybody, bro. Fuck all y'all niggas because he know what happened to me. He knows what happened to me, bro. He's very mad about it. Right? And then I got the gentle God. I got the light, right? I got the one that's loving, the one that's forgiving, the one that's compassionate, the one that says, they didn't know, right? The one who says forgive them, they didn't know, bro. They didn't know it was you. They didn't know who you was. You know what I'm saying? If they knew who you was, they would have never did that to you, bro. You gotta forgive them and let them learn, right? And I gotta listen to that, right? So it's a battle, bro. And sometimes I bust out talking shit, and sometimes I don't. What do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? This is polarity for you, bro. This is polarity for you, bro. Understand what we are. You understand? So whatever, we're not allowed to harbor ill feelings towards people. We're not allowed to harbor any, feelings of any grudges. In order to get into the kingdom, you have to have all of that negativity off of you, away from you. Like you don't harbor none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Which is what I learned, bro. Yo, what's good, my fellow alien, bro? Yo, what's up, Mr. Shadow? How you doing, bro? How you been, man? Right. So with that said, this is something that they teaching me, and something that they've been teaching me. So little by little, I've been releasing things that bother me. I've been releasing people I really wanted to get at. Right. I've been releasing them. I've been letting them go slowly but surely at my pace. You know what I'm saying? Because some things really got me mad, right? And it's not easy. It's not easy to let things go. But I have to. I don't have a choice, bro. I'm not. I don't have a fucking choice, bro. I have to let it go, and I have to let God. I have to let God deal with you. God's gonna deal with you, bro. So I have to. I have to know that. I have to understand that, and I have to not worry about that, bro. So with that said, I'm doing this slowly but surely because it's not easy, like I said, to let things go. I have to forgive you, which I did. I did. It's not hard to forgive, bro. It's hard to forget, right? It's hard to forget, bro. It's not hard to forgive. It's hard to forget. I'm good, bro. Just chilling and drawing. That's cool, bro. That's cool, bro. So with that said, I'm gonna just move forward, bro. I'm gonna just move forward. I'm gonna just focus on me, focus on doing what I've been doing, and continue on my journey with God, bro. You understand? And, I'm going where I'm going, and that's that. You understand me? That's that, bro. So with that said, bro, once your eyes pop, right? Once your eyes pop from seeing me do this, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe he actually did it. You know, I want you to keep the same energy you had when you thought I wasn't gonna do it, bro. I promise you, keep that energy. Keep that same energy, bro. If you was emotionally unavailable, stay that way, bro. I want you to stay that way forever, bro. You understand? Because that's the way you treated me. So with that said, fuck you too, bro. You understand? I don't want to hear your sorries. I don't want to hear your I didn't knows. I don't want to hear nothing, bro. You know what? I forgive you, bro. I already forgive you, bro. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to say nothing, bro. I already forgave you, bro. You understand? So leave me alone, bro. Just leave me alone, bro. Go about your life, bro. Everybody, bro. Everybody, bro. All right? Thank you, bro. Right? Because where I'm going, you can't go. None of you. You understand? And I'm gonna say it one more time, bro. If it's gonna kill you to see me fucking blow up, die now, bro. Die now because I'm coming, bro. It's not. I'm coming very fast, bro. All right, fuck all of y'all for not supporting me, bro. That's how I feel, bro. How have you been? I've been great, bro. I've been absolutely amazing, bro. To be honest, Mr. Shadow, I had a beautiful journey on Saturday. I fucking love the universe, bro. I love God, bro. I love the aliens, bro. I love everybody. I love everybody, bro. Like the shit they teach me is amazing, bro. You know, I appreciate my journeys, bro. I don't mind the roller coaster it is, right? I don't mind that it's an emotional roller coaster. I don't mind that my feelings are left, right, up, down, and and I'm crying and laughing and fucking, I don't know what to do, right? But it's fun. It's fun, bro, and I learn a lot, bro. So, I can't complain, bro. Right? I had a beautiful weekend. I got to go on my journey. I got to relax all day Sunday. I got to relax all day today. Right? I just got back from work. I'm feeling good, bro. Yeah, and it's hell yeah, bro. You kidding me, bro? They was here, bro. Everybody was here, nigga. God was here, nigga. The aliens was here. Everybody was here, bro. Everybody, bro. Listen to me. If you could fit the whole universe in here, nigga, they was in here, bro. Right? These niggas was in here. We was lit, boy. We was lit, boy. That shit was amazing, bro. They inspired me to write, bro. They inspired me to write, bro. They inspired me to purge first and foremost. Like let me get that shit out, bro. They had me purging, bro. I was purging, bro. So I purged. I purged for a while, bro. I didn't purge a lot at first. I cried for like 30 minutes, right? And then I got back into my happy mode, right? And then I cried a little bit more, a little bit later, a little bit longer, right? And it kept building up and building up, bro, until it finally exploded, bro. And then I exploded for like 40 minutes or whatever, right? I just sat here fucking crying for like 40 minutes about all types of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I was purging, bro. I felt it. I knew what it was. I said, okay, this is the big purge they're talking about. So I can't hold it. I can't hold it. My body doesn't want to hold it, bro. So let me start to release, bro. I start to release, bro. I start to think about things that bother me, things that hurt me, things, anything that I don't want to deal with no more, bro. I just start thinking about it, bro. Anything that hurt me, bro. I start thinking about it, bro. And I just get it all out. I get it all out, right? And once I'm done with that, bro, I'm back on my fun. I have fun again. Now my journey was like 10 hours, bro. My journey was like 10 hours, bro. So out of the 10 hours, I cried for like three, right? Not straight, but sporadically, right? Sporadically. So I cried for like 3 hours, right? But at least for 7 hours, nigga, I was either mad, right? I was either mad. I was probably mad for like an hour or two, right? I was really happy for most of it. I was really happy for most of it, bro. Maybe for like 5 hours, I was happy as shit, bro. Like ecstatic type. Like I was ecstatic, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I was dumb happy, bro. Like I can't explain it. It was like bliss, bro. So those 5 hours of happiness is okay. Like I'll take for those 5 hours, I would deal with anything, bro. Right? I would deal with anything for those 5 hours, bro. So I don't mind crying. I don't mind crying. I don't mind being mad for a little while. I don't mind, bro. It's okay. Pretty soon we're gonna be happy as shit, bro. Right? And that's all that matters, bro. It's all in what you focus on. You gotta remember that. And mushrooms, they help me purge. They help you purge out emotions that you have bottled in, for a long time, and you don't know how to let them go. They help you let them go. They help you release them, bro. So I feel so much better today, right? I feel great, bro. I feel wonderful, bro. I feel like I got more light inside of me, bro. I feel more loving, right? I feel more compassionate. I feel more light. I feel more light, bro. So, how's the growth? Well, the growth's not good. It's not good, bro. I want to say that whole first batch died, bro. That shit died, bro. Right? That shit's dead. They stopped growing. They're not growing no more. And to be honest with you, I haven't focused on it. I haven't focused on it, bro. I've been focused on my writing, bro. I've been focused on my rapping, bro. I don't know if you can hear the evolution in my rapping, bro, but it's there. It's there, bro, right? It's a big difference from how I was rapping 2 months ago to how I'm rapping now, bro. You understand? So, evolution is, it's steadily growing, bro. And, you know how many songs I wrote today, bro? I wrote like 6 songs today, bro. You understand? I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop. No matter how hard I try, I can't stop, bro. You know, I could walk around and get a jingle. I just get a jingle in my head, bro, and I have to write it down before I forget it, right? And I gotta write it down, and next thing I know, I'm writing down a whole paragraph, bro. I'm writing down a whole verse, bro. And I don't even got a beat on. I don't even got a beat. I don't even. There's not even no beat playing for me, bro. I'm just fucking writing, bro. Then I gotta come find a beat for the song, right? I gotta go find a beat for it, bro. Right? So I mean, it is fun. I'm having fun, bro. Like, I'm having a blast, bro. I sit outside a lot. As you can see, I'm dark as shit, bro. I sit outside a lot, bro. Right? I be outside sun gazing like a motherfucker, bro. Right? As soon as I wake up, nigga, I roll a blunt and I go sit outside, bro. I go sit outside. Me and Jordan. Jordan wakes up with me. And she'll go sit outside, bro. We'll have a cup of coffee, right? After that, she'll leave and I'll smoke my blunt and I'll write, bro. All right, bro. And whenever I finish writing, I come in the studio. I come straight to the studio, I record, and then I roll another blunt, and then I go back outside and I listen to what I recorded, bro. Right? So all in all, I sit outside for like 2 or 3 hours a day every single day, bro. And the sun is directly shining on it. It's just, what I'm saying? I'm becoming really dark, bro. Any dreams they need to share? Nah, not no. No, Mr. Shadow. I just went on my journey Saturday. Now, I don't know if you're aware, right? But we exert a lot of energy when we dimensional hop, bro. We exert a lot of energy when we dimensional hop, bro. So understand, after my journey, I didn't crash right away, but I slept maybe 3 or 4 hours, after my journey, and I woke up and I was up most of the day. No, I'm sorry. I woke up after 3 or 4 hours and I stood up for like 2 hours. And I wrote and I came to the studio. I recorded 2 songs and I went back to sleep. Listen to me. I came to the studio. I wrote and recorded 2 songs and then I went back to sleep. And then I woke up at like noon, bro. It was like 1 o'clock. I woke up at like 1 o'clock. So I was done, bro. I was knocked the fuck out, bro, from last night, bro. So I did get some good sleep, but I did wake up at like 3 in the morning. I woke up at 3 o'clock and I wrote down 2 songs, bro. I just wanted to write. I wrote down 2 songs. I came to the studio. I recorded 2 songs. Right, and I went back to sleep, bro. And when I woke up, I was like, yo, did I really wake up and do 2 songs, bro? I went through my phone. I was like, holy shit, I really did that. I really did do it, bro. Like I woke up I woke up, I wrote 2 songs, I went to the studio, I recorded them, and I went back to sleep, bro. What the fuck? When did I do that, bro? Like that's crazy, bro. So I'm waking up having breakfast, having my coffee, listening to music I don't even remember doing, bro. I was knocked the fuck out, bro. Right? This shit is bugged out, bro. So, anyway, the point I'm trying to make, Mr. Shadow, is when you go on mushroom journeys and you dimensional hop, the way I do, you exert a lot of energy. We exert a lot of energy, bro. So if we don't lucid dream for a couple of days after, it takes a little while for our energy to build back up. You need energy to lucid dream, bro. You need energy for that, bro. So, I have to let my shit build back up. I used a lot of it. I used a lot of it on Saturday. Now today's Monday, right? And today's Monday. It's Tuesday now. But whatever. By like tomorrow I could lucid dream again, right? Because I have enough energy put away. Right. But I did exert a lot of it on Saturday, bro, because I was not here. I was not here, bro. I was long gone, bro. So tell me about yours, bro. I would rap an acapella for you right now if I forgot the fucking track. So I don't like using this tablet, right? I do not like to use this tablet, bro. But I have to right now. The other phone I normally use, I thought it was charged, bro, and it wasn't charged, bro. But y'all gonna have to give me a second, bro. I need to give me something to drink, bro. Martha, bro. So no, I haven't had no dreams, bro. Not to share right now. You know, y'all should be happy where we're going. You understand? You should be very happy where we're going. Now, there are people who are happy where we're going, but there are people who are very mad that it's me. And you know, you're the people that I'm talking to. I'm talking to y'all, bro. All right, like y'all watch me so much. Y'all buy my videos. Y'all do everything in the world to block me from doing what I came here to do. Right now, based on your actions, right? Based on your actions, do you think you deserve to be blessed by God? That's an honest question, bro. Because this goes out to a lot of people, bro. Right? This is why I'm on Instagram, bro. I want everybody to hear me, bro. Because this goes out to everybody. I don't care if you're famous, bro. I don't give a fuck if you got $1 billion, bro. You understand me? That in the eyes of God, that shit is worthless. You understand me, bro? That shit is worthless in the eyes of God, bro. So based on your actions, all of you, based on your actions, do you deserve to be blessed by God? That's an honest question, bro. I don't care if you're famous, bro. That's an honest question, bro. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, bro. We all know what you're doing, bro. I don't have to physically see you to know what you're doing, bro. We're all connected, my man. I already know what you're doing, bro. So, with that said, right, based on your actions, do you deserve to be blessed by God? And if you do, what do you think you deserve? What do you think you deserve, bro? Huh? Those of you who are interfering with people's missions, those of you who are trying to silence people, those of you who are trying to keep people hidden, right? Manipulating people's lives. This is what you people are doing. This is what all of you are doing, bro. What do you think should happen to you? What do you think should be your consequences for that, bro? Huh? Do you think that if you pass away, you're gonna get away with what you've done, bro? Honestly, bro. Come on, let's keep it a buck here, bro. Look at who I am, bro. Come on, man. Let's look at who I am, bro. I'm not looking at your face. I'm reading energy. We're talking about energy, bro. You think if you pass away, I don't know who you are. You think I don't know who you are, bro. You think I don't know what vessel you're coming back in, bro, right? Come on, bro. What are you guys doing, bro? What are you guys doing, bro? I really hope you people learn. I really hope you people learn, bro, because your hate is strong. But love is stronger than hate, bro. Love is stronger than hate, bro. And we're not these physical vessels, bro. I may look like I'm by myself, but I'm not by myself, bro. I'm not by myself. I can't stress that to you enough, bro. I walk with the Almighty Father, bro. You understand me? I got an army. I got a whole army behind me, bro. Invisible, bro. You understand? Angels, bro. Angels, bro. Aliens, bro. You understand me? This is bigger than me. This is bigger than me, bro. This is way bigger than me, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, you guys don't know what you're doing. You really don't know what you're doing, but you're not going to get away with it. You're not, bro. I promise you. Listen to me. That's a promise, bro, from my father. My father told me I could say that. Because he knows what you're doing. He knows all the manipulation that's going on here, bro. Right? And I want everybody on the gram to hear me, bro. I want all you motherfuckers to hear me, bro. Because I don't give a fuck how much money you got. That shit don't mean nothing in the eyes of God, bro. That niggas better repent, bro. That goes out to a lot of people, bro. Listen, we love y'all, bro. We do. We love y'all, bro. You don't know how much we love y'all, bro. Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters of Earth. I'm Ashtar, commander of the Galactic Life Forces. And I address you now with what I deem one of the most important updates yet on the unfolding disclosure in the sacred moment. I come forth to emphasize an important paradox. While the long awaited external events of disclosure will indeed unfold, no external revelation can truly fulfill humanity. The real power and fulfillment lie within each of you, in the conscious embodiment of your soul and your unbreakable connection to Source. Even as cosmic truths emerge around you, remember, the key to liberation has always been inside of you. True disclosure is the awakening of your inner light and sovereign self. Without that, even the greatest announcements from the skies will ring hollow. Take this to heart. The greatest revelation you could ever receive is the one that dawns when you recognize the divine light within yourself. The era of seeking salvation through external technologies and official announcements is coming to its end. For generations, humanity looked outward for deliverance, waiting for the next scientific breakthrough or government reveal, hoping these would finally bring wholeness or freedom now as part of the divine plan. Wondrous new tools are indeed arriving, advanced healing devices and transportation methods beyond your current imagination. You have heard whispers of med beds and lightweight and light tables capable of regenerating the body and curing ailments in moments, or zero energy craft that can carry you across the globe in the blink of an eye. For years, these very ideas have floated through your collective consciousness. Now they will move from rumor to reality. Yet, I tell you, beloved, these marvels are but outer reflections, excuse me, of abilities already seated within your higher consciousness. What these technologies accomplish externally, a soul-aligned human can learn to do from within. When you look, I'm going to say this again, bro. What these technologies accomplish externally, a soul-aligned human can learn to do from within, bro. You understand me? So anything these things do, you could do yourself without that shit, bro. I was telling y'all this months ago, bro. When you attune deeply to your source self, your cells can renew and heal, and your spirit can span a great distance without any machine. So do not fixate on technology as your savior. See it as a mirror, one that shows you your own innate potential awaiting activation through spiritual alignment. Already, the stirrings of this new era can be seen in the United States. For example, independent communities guided by awakened leadership are quietly becoming sovereign test beds for these advancements. Some forward-thinking cities and regions are stepping outside the old control systems to openly implement breakthroughs in energy, healing, and transportation. Imagine a town powered entirely by free energy devices, or a community where public healing centers provide crystal light chambers and med beds to all who need them. These developments are not distant fantasies. They are beginning in small pockets protected by those in line with the light. However, the true measure of success for such projects will not be the technology itself, but the consciousness of the people using it. Will humanity simply marvel at these wonders as external miracles, or recognize that they reflect principles of energy and vibration that any awakened soul can tap into? The real test is not how swiftly you adopt the new gadgets, but how deeply you realize that the same universal laws behind them live inside of you. Each soul already holds access to healing frequencies and creative power far beyond what mainstream science acknowledges. As these sovereign communities demonstrate what is possible when fear and limitation fall away, every individual will face a choice to merely use these new tools as consumers, or to awaken to the inner mastery that makes such tools effective and being. There is a reason we of the Galactic Federation stress the primacy of spiritual maturity alongside technological progress. Your own history, both recorded and hidden, repeats a cautionary tale. Civilizations that embraced high technology without equal spiritual growth eventually met downfall. Many of you carry soul memories of Atlantis, a society that flourished with astounding crystal technology and interdimensional knowledge. Atlantis fell sinking under the weight of its people's pride and misuse of power because spiritual integrity lagged behind their innovations. The same pattern echoed in Lemuria and other lost cultures that reached for the heavens but faltered when ego and greed crept in. Indeed, many of you incarnate now were present in those ancient times, and you carry the soul memory of those events. You returned in this lifetime purposely to ensure that the lessons from those eras will be remembered and heeded now. At this critical juncture of Earth's evolution, the Galactic Federation has witnessed this cycle enough times to know that we must carefully guard the process of disclosure and release and the release of knowledge on Earth. We have vowed that this time Earth will not be allowed to repeat those fatal mistakes of the past. This is why certain revelations and aid have been withheld until the collective consciousness is ready. It is not to deprive you, but to protect you from dangers you may not foresee. If humanity were handed every cosmic secret and powerful tool all at once with the current level of awareness, the result would be chaotic or even catastrophic. Thus, the pacing of external disclosure is by design. It ensures that as outer knowledge and technology expand, your spiritual foundation, your adherence to principles of love, unity, and reverence for life expands alongside it. When technology and consciousness rise together hand in hand, you create not a fallen Atlantis, but a new golden age. Now, let me speak of the disclosure events coming onto your near horizon. Even as I address you today, plans are underway for pivotal revelations that will mark key milestones in this unfoldment. You will see more frequent and undeniable sights in your skies, UAP encounters, and clear appearances of our craft that even the skeptics and media cannot ignore. Your government and military insiders are being nudged both by our allies among them and by the inevitably of truth to yield that they have long hidden regarding extraterrestrial contact and advanced vehicles. Do not be surprised when official channels finally admit to having craft not made by human hands, or when whistleblowers come forth verifying that contact has already occurred behind closed doors. Alongside this controlled release of healing technology are slated to begin the much spoken of medbeds and other light-based healing chambers may be introduced quietly through select medical programs or humanitarian projects. At first, from our vantage point, these are small precursor steps, tried to gauge public response and ensure all is safe in essence. They are baby steps in the careful choreography of disclosure, meant to acclimate meant to acclimate society gradually. The Ashtar Command and our Earth allies coordinate these unveilings to make them as gentle as possible. We are less concerned with dramatic effect and more focused on the awakening. Such revelations can spark each unveiling. Each leaked document or news story is intended to nudge the collective mind to question what is reality. What if reality is far greater than what we were led to believe? That spark of wonder and open mindedness is the true purpose behind these upcoming events. Even as these external events roll out, I urge you to remain discerning and centered in your truth. The arena of information, mainstream news, and social media will become a chessboard of narratives as disclosure gains momentum. Not all is as it appears on the surface. Understand that both forces of light and the remnants of the dark will use information as a strategic tool. There is a saying that truth is often the first casualty in any war. Indeed, the unveiling of cosmic truth on Earth has been a subtle war of perceptions. There are those among the human elite, often called white hats, and your alternative media working to drip feed truths into public awareness, sometimes using the mainstream channels to counter lies with hints of reality. At the same time, the old cabal and dark forces manipulate media to twist narratives either to dismiss emerging truths or to instill fear around them. Thus, disclosure in your media is a complex game of move and counter. Move one day, you may see an official hit gently preparing the public for benevolent contact. The next day, a sudden sensational story might paint extraterrestrials as a threat to spark fear. For example, a narrative about an alien invasion could be a manufactured ploy by the dark to incite panic, whereas a quiet release of UFO files or a soft admission of life beyond Earth offers signals a white hat strategy to acclimate humanity gradually and calmly. My advice remains: do not seek your ultimate truth in headlines. Read the energy behind the news. Use your heart's intuition to sense what is genuine. Process versus manufactured theater. Often the real story lives between the lines on what is not being said openly in this chess match of narratives. The light holds an advantage. Truth carries a vibration that can be felt by those who are listening with their soul rather than ego. If you cultivate a calm, sovereign mind, you will feel when a disclosure is presented in good faith or when it's distorted. Have truth. The true revelations of this era are ultimately spiritual. The external drama is secondary. By staying anchored in your own knowing, you become the steady lighthouse as others around you are tossed by the stormy waves of sensational information. No matter how the media plays out, real changes will manifest in ways that cannot be obscured. In fact, the next few years of your linear time will bring advancements so striking that even the skeptics will stand in awe. Mark my words, within the next 2 to 3 years, humanity will experience technological leaps that will make your world seem transformed overnight. Transportation and energy are two arenas primed for such breakthroughs. Imagine anti-gravity vehicles gliding above your cities, rendering traditional air travel obsolete, or personal craft that quietly hop between distant locations in minutes. Envision compact devices drawing power from the quantum vacuum, providing clean limits clean, limitless energy to every home without the need for fuel or a central grid. These are things that exist behind closed doors for a long time now, and the decision is being made to bring them forward. People will call these developments light years ahead of what came before, and from a 3D perspective, it will indeed feel like a quantum leap. But understand the cosmic principle at work. Consciousness governs technology. These breakthroughs emerge only because the collective consciousness has elevated to permit them. They have been unveiled decades earlier. They would likely have been suppressed or misused in the old paradigm of greed. The timing aligns now because enough individuals have awakened and prayed for a better way. The collective yearning for sustainability and freedom has opened the vibrational door for these innovations to enter. Even so, once they arrive, their positive impact will depend on the mindset of humanity. If met with fear, greed, or attempts to monopolize their blessing will be short-lived. If greeted with wisdom, shared freely and developed for the good of all, they will mark the real beginning of a golden era. Be prepared to be astonished by what emerges, but more importantly, be prepared to meet these gifts with a mature heart. You as a species are being handed tools that can reshape your world. Whether that reshaping leads to utopia or to upheaval hinges not on the tools themselves, but on the consciousness of those who wield them. Parallel to these breakthroughs, you will witness the accelerated collapse of old 3D systems that no longer serve your highest good. This dismantling of antiquated structures is not a catastrophe, but a liberation. For instance, the global financial system built on exploitation and debt is cracking, exposing the illusion that money must be controlled by a few at the expense of the money. Expect radical shifts in economics as old currencies and banking methods falter or transform, making way for fair, transparent exchanges that honor the true value of each soul. Likewise, the profit-driven medical industry that treats the body as a machine while ignoring the soul will face a reckoning as limitations become undeniable, as advanced healing technologies emerge and humans reclaim their innate ability to heal the old. This empowering medical model will either crumble or evolve into something holistic and new. Likewise, political and corporate systems built on domination and deceit will not be spared. They too will fall, making space for the leadership anchored in transparency and true service. All of this is part of dismantling the old grid of consciousness that kept humanity in a cycle of limitation, and its time is over. With the end of the old, however, comes great responsibility for those who are awake. This is your moment, awakened ones, to anchor higher timelines for Earth as the 3D timeline of fear and control collapses. A 5D timeline of love, unity, and abundance is budding, and it needs strong anchors. It needs human conduits to call it in and stabilize it. Every time you choose peace over panic, compassion over anger, and envision solutions that uplift all, you are anchoring the higher timeline into the collective field. Do not underestimate this task, though it may seem intangible. It is creating the very bridge of a new reality. As old structures fall, awakened soul must step forward to build a new. Community sharing of resources, alternative healing centers, local barter and support networks, every positive creation, however small, becomes a factor in the creation of the new earth. You are not just witnessing history, you are actively shaping it by this design, not for us to descend and fix everything for you, but for you to rise up to the occasion of your own emancipation with our guidance and support alongside you. Amid these external changes, never forget the most significant disclosure is the one unfolding within your own heart. If there is one message I repeat, it is all. True disclosure begins within. The revelations that matter the most are not on your news feeds. They're the ones dawning in your consciousness. So I ask each of you, in what areas of your life are you still giving your power away? Waiting for some outside force to save you or heal you? Are you waiting for a miracle cure or a med bed to rejuvenate your body instead of also exploring how your thoughts and emotions can heal you? Are you holding out for official news to announce contact with other worlds instead of reaching out in meditation to connect with your star family directly? Do you await a financial reset to bring abundance instead of tapping into your infinite creative potential to manifest what you need? Examine these questions lovingly It's not wrong to welcome help from outside, but we are here to help. But it disempowers your soul if you think you must have the external to thrive. The paradox is that the moment you truly claim your sovereignty and act as the creator of your life, the universe responds with even more support. It is as if the cosmos says, now that you remember who you are, let me show you how magical life can be. But it starts with you. The veils lifting in the world are a reflection of the veils lifted from human consciousness. When you heal a fear or a sense of unworthiness within, you make it easier for another layer of collective illusion to dissolve. Conversely, if you cling to old inner patterns that even when new opportunities appear externally, they may not fulfill you or they might even pass you by. Embrace this moment as one of inward revelation. Each day, practice tuning into your own higher guidance. By doing so, you align with the wave of planetary awakening and add tremendous momentum to it. As you embody more of your soul, dear ones, you will discover latent abilities that have always been your birthright. You are on the verge of remembering what the sages of old knew. Consciousness can transcend so-called physical laws. Fully aligning with your divine self allows you to influence your body and environment in ways science would deem impossible. Reverse aging is one such ability. Your cells do not inherently know decay. They learn it from the collective belief in aging. Change that belief deeply enough and infuse your cells with soul light, and regeneration will follow. Medbed technologies can assist with this, but the purest rejuvenation comes from consciousness directing life force energy. Another latent ability is instantaneous relocation teleportation by intention. Might sound like fiction, but enlightened beings have demonstrated it on your planet before, and some quietly do it even now. Throughout your history, there are accounts of saints and masters who could bilocate manifest objects from thin air or heal with a touch. Feats that seem miraculous only because the science of the soul is not yet understood by most. In time, what you call now paranormal will simply be normal cellular regeneration, energetic healing, telepathy, deep empathy. These aren't rare superpowers. They are all natural to the fully soul embodied human. I share this not to indulge in fantasy, but to remind you of the grand horizon of your being. Every external wonder being disclosed, whether a healing device or a gravity craft, is ultimately a prompt for you to explore your inner capabilities. Remember, healing is alignment. It is a return to the wholeness that was always your true state. When you align fully with source, the disharmonies that cause disease or strife cannot sustain. They either transform or fall away. So do not view yourself as broken beings waiting to be fixed, technology or even by us. Your star family, see yourselves instead as awakening masters shaking off illusions and reclaiming the infinite toolkit. You arrived with our role. I'm sorry, bro. Reclaiming the infinite toolkit you arrived with. Our role is not to make you into something else, but to remind you of who you already are, holding up the mirror of truth until you can see yourselves clearly. Again, throughout this grand process, we of the Astral Command and the Galactic Federation are watching and guiding from behind the scenes. Our fleets are stationed in your skies and beyond, monitoring Earth's pulse as the vibrations rise. We are committed to making each threshold of awakening as smooth as cosmic law allows. We measure humanity's readiness not by time, but by energy. Your collective frequency, the light emanated from the human heart, grid, every surge of compassion, every unified meditation for peace, every individual who lights up with new understanding is noticed and factored into the timing of interventions. We know many of you wonder why not reveal yourselves openly now. As I have explained, the lessons of the past, the need for spiritual maturity, and the laws of free will are all at play. The best way to happen way to hasten open contact and greater support for humanity is to raise its vibration as a whole. When we see that destructive timelines have been averted and that enough of humanity truly desires our presence in love, not in fear or worship, but as family, we will reveal ourselves more plainly. In the meantime, countless operations quietly continue to assist you. We have neutralized certain existential threats, preventing the misuse of nuclear and exotic weaponry, and mitigated some natural disasters where higher law permitted. We also inspire your innovators, seeding ideas of free energy and advanced healing in the minds of those receptive, often through dreams and sudden insights. All this is to say we have not abandoned you, and we will not. Our role is one of guardianship and guidance, without violating your chosen growth. Your world is on the brink of graduating from a long cycle of duality, ready to ascend into a higher octave of unity and love. And likewise, teachers, we allow you the space to apply what you have learned, stepping into more tangibly only when truly necessary. The moment draws closer with each rising wave of collective awakening. The more you show readiness by living in unity and peace with one another, the more you will see us openly joining you, and the more support we can provide in co-creating a galactic society on Earth. In closing, I affirm the era of disclosure you have awaited is truly upon you. The revelations long prophesied about hidden technologies, about our presence, about your own true history will continue to emerge in an accelerating pace. Yet remember, this above all external disclosure is imminent, but it will be meaningless unless your inner alignment is solid. Do not let the flashes of outside events distract you from the steady flame of awakening. Within each of you is a keeper of that inner flame. You are not being asked to become more. You are being asked to remember what you already are. In the grandest sense, the disclosure is not about ships in the sky or headlines in the news. It is about you rediscovering your divine nature as sovereign creators. Everything else is simply a supporting detail. As you take this truth into your heart and live from it, you broadcast a signal for more that is far more powerful than any radio wave, a collective rising into spiritual adulthood, and know that the galactic councils await your conscious invitation. That invitation is not a written plea, but a vibrational call expressed by millions of hearts, holding peace and welcome it when it resounds clearly across your world. We will answer openly and without hesitation at the divine timing decreed by Source. The grand reunion between Earth and the galactic community draws ever nearer, and when humanity is truly ready, it will unfold as naturally as the dawn, as after a long night's stand. Tall in your knowing. Stand tall in your knowing. Shine your light without fear and trust that you are part of an incredible unfolding plan. We are with you always, celebrating each step you take back into remembrance. Go forth, encourage and love, dear ones, for the dawn of a new age is upon you, and the dawn's fresh within. Know that we watch over you with immense love and anticipation, ready to welcome you back fully into the cosmic family of light where you have always belonged. You are and always have been cherished beyond measure. We love you, right? So thank you for that message, bro. Shout out to Sonny, bro. Shout out to the Galactic Federation, right? Shout out to David Kira for the channel, right? I fucking love y'all, bro. Shout out to Ashtar Command, bro. Right? Thank you for that message. That was a beautiful message, bro. Right? I really enjoyed that message, bro. I dreamt I was in a black truck going down the highway going 100 miles an hour and then hitting the side rail and flipped it 8 times. Jesus Christ, bro. You flipped that shit 8 times, bro, and you was still awake? You was still alive, bro? What you was doing, bro? Was you wearing your seatbelt? You still here or you left, bro? Where you at, bro? I'm about to leave, bro. I'm tired, bro. I'm going to sleep, bro. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna record. I'm about to record, bro. I got a couple songs to record, bro. So I'm out of here. Listen, God bless you. I love y'all, bro. Mr. Shadow, I'm gonna holler at you, man. He's still here. So he flew out the window. So he wasn't wearing your seatbelt. That's why it's important to wear your seatbelt, bro. Like, I tell Jordan that shit all the time because she don't like to wear a seatbelt. I'm like, you really should wear your seatbelt, bro. You know how many movies I saw? You better put on your seatbelt, bro. Right? Them shit save lives, bro. Ask Kanye, bro. Kanye tell you, bro. Seatbelt save lives, bro. That's a weird dream, though, bro. Hell of an experience, bro. I'm learning how to fly, bro. I'm learning how to fly, bro. I know that there's no such thing as gravity, bro. And my belief is growing stronger, bro. I know gravity doesn't exist. They lied to us, bro. You see how they just told us in the message that your body can do anything that technology presents, bro? Do you understand that? So do you understand that when you wake up in the morning and you go downstairs and you get in your car to go to work, that you can do what that car is doing? You can do it, bro. Your body can do it, bro. You understand? You just gotta attune to that frequency, bro. They said instantaneous teleportation, bro. So I wouldn't even have to drive to work, bro. I would just imagine I'm at work and I would appear at work, bro. I would teleport there, bro. Instantaneously, bro. You understand? That's going to change the meaning of waking up to get ready for work, right? Because you're not going to need no hour to get to work. You're going to be there in less than 30 seconds, bro, right? You could wait to the very last second and you could just teleport there, bro. I'm here. Let me clock in, right? Let me go to work, right? I'm sure it was, bro. I'm sure that shit was crazy, bro. It sounds crazy, bro. So look, I quit vaping. I kinda sort of quit vaping. I'm smoking this shit called Enjoy. I bought this by mistake like 3 weeks ago. I didn't buy it by mistake. I bought it because I was trying to find a different vape that had menthol. And this shit sucks, right? It really sucks. But I refuse to buy any more vape. I have to quit, bro. I was told I have to quit, bro. So I had 3 vapes. I finished 2 vapes, and this is the last one I had to draw. So I'm gonna finish this one, right? And that's it. I'm done smoking, bro. I have to quit smoking, bro. Right. So, uh, knowing this new information, right? Even though I've been telling y'all I morphed into a UFO for 2 years now, man. I've been telling y'all I morphed into a UFO for 2 years. So I know I morphed into a UFO, bro. Like I did it with the combination of mushrooms and the trippy video. So, with these sounds and these visuals, I was able to do that shit, bro. So with that said, with the message we just heard, they said the body can do it if you attune to that frequency. So you know what? That day, I was able to attune to that frequency, bro, and I was able to do some shit, bro. You understand? I just wish I really wish I would have got it on camera. I really do. Which I did record the whole thing, but I disappear off camera. I disappear off camera. I, I could tell you the story. I can't prove it, but they just confirmed my experience again, right? So anyway, have a beautiful night, bro. I'm back tomorrow, bro. I love y'all, bro. Enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. Get the message, bro. Listen to me, meditate, get connected, start raising your vibration, bro. Stop eating all that junk, man. You know what I'm saying? They poisoning y'all with that food, bro. Listen to me. They poisoning y'all with the food, with the water, with everything, bro. Look, man, every chemtrails, nigga, you name it, bro. That shit is trying to hurt you. They're trying to hurt you. They're trying to lower your vibration. They don't want you to rise. They don't want you to elevate. They don't want you to figure out that you can learn how to control reality with your mind. You understand? They don't want you to figure that shit out. I'm right there, bro. I'm right there. Anyway, listen, enjoy your night, bro. I love y'all, bro. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, man. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.